building your competitive edge. You don't think it's kind of funny to hear building your competitive edge in AI era? Okay? How many of you, honestly, yes, I know your teacher are listening in the back and they don't want you to do that, but how many of you use AI to help yourself when you write something? Be honest, raise your hand. I do you. ChatGPT, 不好. No good. But yes, I do like to use, what I'm trying to say is that this presentation was made possible, I didn't say 10 minutes, it's more than that. However, the design, the setup, the way that you choose was actually assisted by AI. And that's allowed you to create these kind of things. And that's what I want to actually make you understand. And that's why also teacher, because I'm also a lecturer, I'm also a professor, we can say we scare about AI. Actually, the world is moving very, very fast. We cannot stop the progress. However, what we can do is to understand actually how to use it, how to adapt yourself, not to be controlled by the machine, but us to control the machine. And that's why I'm going to discuss with you about what you can do in a place where you can raise some question about, okay, but what tomorrow would be my future? Knowing that maybe my job will not exist. And this is why I want to show you about what you can do when you choose hospitality path. Okay, what do you understand by hospitality? Hotel management is one of them. No. Yes, but it is more than that. It could be. Sorry? Make people happy. You're on the right way. You're on the right way. Make people happy. But actually is more than that. If you remove the word happy, could be your employee, could be your boss, could be your investor, could be your customer, but sorry? Comfort, yeah, okay. You all have something good. But actually, what I want you to retain from hospitality is how not only to serve, is actually how you can understand people for the people. And actually, you will never think about hospitality kind of doctors, without being a psychologic doctors, but who are very, very strong in profiling people. Very, very strong. Crazy strong. And I will give you an example about that. When I was food and beverage director, one of my employees was my beverage manager. And after he wanted to change path, and he decided to go to the car industry. It was the moment that Tesla was rising and booming in China. And he went as a store manager for Tesla. And he was very, very successful. You know why? Because he didn't sell a car. He did sell an experience. And he was capable to understand customer better than people who sell just a product. Good with that? Okay. Good. Now, as you see here, the truth with hospitality isn't about what students do, but what you will become. And that's very important. Okay? How many of you, let me ask you, very honestly, how many of you know how to cook eggs? You know how to cook eggs? Eggs. Fried, boiled, poached, scrambled, sunny side up. How many of you? Yeah, it's already something. It's simple. How many? Be honest. How many know how to cook eggs? You see? Nobody. Yeah, he's laughing because every time I say nobody but you, okay, it's the whole time. But here, you see how many people raise their hand? Because how old are you, most of you? The youngest? Youngest? 16, 15, something like this? Okay, at this age, you think about, I'm good at home. I have somebody to, I will say, cook for me, wash my clothes, and these kind of things, and I can play game. But sooner or later, you will have to start your career, your path. You have to move away. And for example, in his case, yesterday we were talking, what SHMS teach you yesterday when you were grooming?
Choking my neck.
Choking your neck? Yes, choking your neck. But how to actually develop taste, how to actually behave in society. Let me ask you a question. Okay? When you are going to meet people to hire you, do you think you are going to present yourself in this kind of clothes? No. Do you know? Of course not. You need to shave. Yes. You need to tie it up. How many of you know how to tie your neck? How to make the perfect makeup? Yes, you almost there. Almost there. Yes, it looks very basic. However, within hospitality, and there is no school that will teach you like this, how actually you can care about the way that you present yourself. And that's already give you a competitive advantage. Because we have a saying in French, the clothes make the monk, which means that how you look, how you present yourself will give you credit when you are going to face your first employer. And we are going to train you also how to actually sell yourself in order to get your first job. I don't see that in university. You can go to any other university and they're not going to take care of that. You go over there, you say, okay, I want to have a job. And they say, big smile and say, good luck. Okay? No, here we not going to look for your work, but we are going to give you the tools actually to get your job. And that's why 97% of our students can find a job in less than 6 months after they graduate. Okay? That's one of the things. Good? Now, also another thing is that for our school, here you see only 2 are in the top 10 in the world for hospitality. And when we say top 10, 8 of them, 8 is crazy. 8 of the best schools for hospitality management are actually where? Switzerland. Okay, that we are the reference. Now, historically, we don't show you about that, but because we didn't put the kakimono for this, one of them is called Césaritz. And Césaritz, thanks to him, he was, I will say, the father of what will become hospitality. He was what we say the king of hospitality who served queen and king. And why Switzerland? Because he was Swiss, the gentleman. And Switzerland was 200 years ago more the place that rich person wanted to stay because no pollution, the air was amazing, it was a very beautiful place, and actually it was a high demand in tourism. But Switzerland was not capable to deliver the service, and he decided to train people to actually know how to address themselves to those very rich and famous persons. And this is why Switzerland became the place. When you think about food, which country do you think about? Food.
Korea.
France.
Korea.
Korea, yes, also. Korea. But, sorry? Italy? Where? Italy. Italy, yes. Okay. Or France. When we talk about Michelin, you all told me that you know Michelin. Michelin is French. Okay? When you think about chocolate, you think about which country? No. Chocolate? Switzerland. Ah, yeah. Okay? What is? Switzerland. Hospitality? Switzerland. Okay. Innovation?
Switzerland.
Correct. Correct. And that's the one that we are deeply in our roots. Okay? We are a tradition country. We love what we do. That's why we are kind of very slow. But behind our, I would say, way of thinking or doing, we are a tremendous innovative country. And that's what we are going to discuss about. We are deeply in our roots. We believe in what we do. We have value. But also, we know that the world is evolving and we need to catch up. Okay? That's been here. Most of the people you may not know, but welcome to marketing, economy, and also sociology. With this gentleman, his name is Simon Sinek. He's an American influencer, a British American influencer. And he said people doesn't buy what, they buy why you do it. Why? Because actually today when you purchase something, you do not, yes, at your age maybe you look, okay, I want to have the best for the less money. However, when you evolve, when you start to earn money, you are going to start to ask yourself, is what I buy is really good for me? Or is what I think is good? Okay, I'm sure you do that. Okay, ladies, you are young, but I'm sure you see at home your mother using cosmetic, cream. Okay? Okay, I'm in the country that actually the best cosmetic is made is here. Okay, it's Korea. But you look for brands because you know that those brands are good for you. For skincare, you're not going to buy the one that nobody knows. You are going to buy the one actually you think is good for you. Correct? Okay? When you buy food, you start to look, yes, you are at the age that you like to use junk food, chips, and this kind of things. After you start to say, when you become like me and you try to lose weight, and you say, okay, I'm not going to buy it anymore. And that means I'm going to actually look for food that I think are good for me. And I'm going to read and to see, is it what I believe is good? And that's why people doesn't buy what, they buy why, the purpose. And actually, hospitality gives you a tremendous competitive advantage by actually understand what people want and what they want to hear. That's very important. Okay? When students understand why they serve others, the what and how become natural extension of what they become, the character. And you can see and feel the way. That's the problem here. They don't listen because they are too sleepy. But that's the problem about when you are actually, in my case, what I said is what I believe, is who I am. I'm not going to talk to you because I just want to sell something. I'm selling maybe but I'm saying something that I believe is the right thing to be. Okay? And that's mean here is one thing I want you to understand. In order to sell something, you are going maybe to want to be an entrepreneur. How many of you want to open your own company later? Maybe it's too early now. You're 15, 16. But sooner or later, you want to maybe your own boss. Or you want to work as a manager because you see, oh, the title manager make me looking important. Okay? But actually, it's more than that. When you become manager, and that's the things that I teach to my students, is actually being the manager is not a position of power. It's not a position to actually know better or to be important. It's actually a position where actually you need to be the first customer. And if you understand as a manager that you need to be number one customer, you will be able to anticipate what market needs. Okay? Let me tell you just quickly what does it mean. When I say that, and everybody will understand. I don't know if I can translate it in Korean. I would like that you help me to translate it. The one rules as a manager is to be able to put himself in customer shoes. How you can say that? Oh no, don't tell me you don't know. Be able to put yourself in customer shoes.
How to translate? Customer shoes? Yeah. That's right. Yeah. 고객의 입장에 되어보는 것. Think about the aspect of customer side.
Exactly, and that's important because when you think as a customer, you will automatically take the right decision. And that's why, because at the end of the day, when we talk about cost, when we talk about price, when we talk about all these kind of things, we forget one thing, customer. And actually, if you think as a customer, you are capable to give them value and actually to make sure that they are going to come to see you. And that's very important. Hospitality, I told you at the beginning, hospitality is being able to understand people. And then, just quick question. Is the machine can understand you? No. Is the machine can know what is your feeling? Maybe. But is the machine be able to tune with you and make you feeling good? Emotionally. Not just as a toy. Okay? That's one of the things you need. Now, what you need to know, 85 million, or whatever, okay, you know is a good reference, World Economic Forum, said 85 million jobs displaced by automatization, which means that a lot of jobs will be replaced. But, because that's what the media tell you, oh, be careful, you may lose your job. Okay? But did you see below? Yes. That means 97 million will be actually created because the world changed. Okay? That means it's not because AI is coming that you need to be threatened. And that's why we are preparing you. Now, data entry processing. Data. There's nothing more boring. I was doing data. I can spend hours to put numbers in the system. And at the end of it, I was like this, like some of you on the back. Okay? Which means that, yes, terrible, so boring. you don't need to think. You just enter and use your finger at the end. Okay, basic accounting. Okay, AI can do better and less mistake. Okay, legal. Of course, AI can look for all the rules and regulation and it may compile it and know better than you. Basic financial analysis, administrative support, everything that needs repetition, no problem, can do better. Here I put 3 dots and I talk about design. Do you know that I'm teaching master student? And the master student that I teach come from different backgrounds. Some of them have 0 hospitality background. And they come to follow our master path because they decided, like I did, change career. And one of the assignments that I give them is to create a concept, restaurant concept. And they need to create a restaurant design. They need to create logo. They need to create, I will say, setup, process, and all these kind of things. And you know what they use in order to help them to do that? AI, yes. Now, Delhi is already passed. This is better. But yes, there is this kind of things. That's mean here, yes, for me, I like to use DeepSeek, Claude, and also Napkin. And you see, I have, if I didn't take my laptop, but I think I have about 8 or 10 different AI tools that I use every day. Which means that, yes, with them, I can. Creating logo. Logo was something that actually you spend a lot of money to hire a designer to create a logo. And sometimes it could cost you a lot of money. Now, you would say what you want, and half an hour later, you come back and say, oh, not bad. Okay? You save already a lot of money. And that means, yes, design could be replaced. Because now you develop competence in order to kin. The problem is not about you to depend about other in the machine. Here is you to give the right information. For me, AI helps you to actually become a better version of yourself. And the AI is taking care of the repetition and help you to structure your mind. But the creativity is you. You need to decide. That means, guys, I'm warning you, if you come to my school, we are very good in detecting AI. That means if you chat GPT and you make copy-paste, no good. Which means we know. And that's the things. We do not want you to do this. We want you to think by yourself. And we want, and that's been because of AI, we will require from you to be more, I will say, critical thinker, problem solver, organizer, and also better communicators. Okay? Because now you have the tools to make you perfect. Don't let the machine do the job instead of you. Okay? That's mean here, is the machine have this? Not really. Okay? How you say EQ. Okay? Everybody from generation and generation say, what is the other one of EQ is? IQ. Okay? Let me tell you. 90% of the successful CEO or big boss of company are very high in this. Very high. Okay? They are actually, yes. Do you think I have a high or low? I don't know you, but I'm capable to address myself to you. And I see some of you, yes, some of you maybe not follow me, but some of you look at me and say, oh, okay, let me think. Okay? Adaptive problem solving. Within my career, 80% of the things that I have done are actually solving problem. Not solving problem of just basic things, solving problem because humans create constantly problems. Okay? And that's why you need to take on the spot. When you have a customer, and I'm telling you, when you have customer, the hotel I was working, in Hangzhou, China, was under construction. And he came like crazy at 7 o'clock, said, at 6 o'clock, I have drill on my head. And you see the customer said, if you don't do something, I'm going to leave. If you're not able to adapt yourself, be able to understand what was the problem of the customer, he will leave and he will make sure that you have bad reputation. You don't want that. That means you need to think very, very fast. Culture intelligence. He's also a pure example. I told you I was working on 5 continents. I didn't speak the language, but I understand the cultures and help me to survive and to surround myself with people who can help myself to adapt and to be able to guide people. That language was never a problem. Okay? Leadership presence. When you hear leaders, you think position. Leader is not about position. It's about inspiring others. Is the machine can inspire? Not really. Manager could be replaced by machine because they are the arm of the leaders. But leaders inspire people. Okay? Good? Remember, I told you 90% of top performers have a high emotional intelligence, and 58% of job performance is attributed by emotional intelligence. We are actually one of the education that provide you how to use your emotional intelligence at the top. And let me explain to you. One of my best friends is actually the godfather of my son and daughter. We grew up together. We know each other when we were 7. We are the best. That means I'm old. That means it's just 45 years friendship. And he studied economic in Switzerland. We have very good economic school. But one day I have a conversation with him and I ask him, tell me, from your economic class that you have studied logarithms, statistics, and all these kind of things that actually today the machine can do. Let me ask you a question. How much from your 4 years university did you really use? He told me, roughly 10%. That means you have spent 4 years to get only 10% and use only 10% about what? He's actually CEO of Triza. You know Triza, the toothbrush? No, maybe you don't know, but the brand. Triza, yes. They are all around. Is Triza accessory, you know, the shoo for the hair. Maybe you have this kind of things. He's selling this kind of things. The nail, the many things. Okay? For girl. Okay? The thing is that he said 10%. Can you imagine? Do you want to go to university and to just use 10% after? Maybe not. Okay? Especially if something. You want to today to learn something that is useful for you. That's why we are human-centered. Okay? What we do, and that's what hospitality study or what we do in our school differ and different, is because we put you in real life simulation. We don't give you just a case study. We actually teach you, and after, you need to make it in practice. And that's something unique. Okay? Cognitive. We have 100 nationalities. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you did have to face people from 100 different nationalities? How many of you, let me be honest, how many of you did see Swiss people in front of you for your life? Right now. Okay? Now, my question is, if you join us, you will have 100 nationality every day. And that means you better know how to talk to them, how to dress, how to be friend, how to actually make job together. Is machine can do that? No. Okay? That's...
Our school is a boarding school. So you need to stay in campus with your friends.
Yeah.
While you're studying, eating.
Party.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to say party. Yes, we party also. But is things that you can. Yes, crisis management. Every day with my team, my students, they need to work as a team. Crisis management. Every day. Mr. Philippe, we need to talk to you. We have one of the students doesn't want to work. What we do? Okay? Guys, I'm not going to give you the solution. I'm going to ask you to find the way to engage him. And that's the best lesson. Learning by doing. Okay? This is the best way to learn. Team motivation. Yes, different people. 100 people with different nationality, they have different purpose, different motivation. You need to find. You have a goal, you have an objective, you want to make it happen. Okay? Ethical decision. Yes, ethic is a big word. You need to be honest. You need to be a good person, because I do believe that if you are not a good person, on a short term, it may work. On the long term, catastrophe. That means you need to be a good leaders. Okay? Yes, capability are forged through experience, not memorization. I'm not going to ask you to actually memorize things. I'm going to ask you actually to look for the information, for the tools, and actually learn how to use those tools. Memorizing, in the real life, you don't need to memorize things. You have today more and more things that you can actually be busy with, but learning how to use what you have and be able to get the maximum of it is more important. Now, how many of you want to have a career in finance? Nobody? Okay. But we do finance. Strategic planning, okay, is economic, execution. Marketing, who want to make marketing? Oh, yes, remember, marketing. 10 minutes for me to make a marketing plan that actually is better than a marketing manager by using AI. Yeah. That means I become more and more competent. Brand development. Oh, question. What comes first, marketing or brands? It's the first lesson. Why brand? Why brand is the first? Yeah, you're right. You see, that's exactly what I want you, is to use common sense. How you can sell something, how you can make something visible if you don't establish yourself. To show you the power of brand, and I'm very, very surprised if you know. No, I'm sure you know. I didn't say something. What is it? You see, it isn't very bad. But you say Nike. And what is after? Just Nike. They don't even put a name now. What did they say? Just do it. You agree? They don't sell shoes. They said, if you wear those shoes, it's going maybe to help you to reach your goal. Okay? But here, it's about brands. Create your brands. It's not easy. But we all need to know brand in order to market it. Operation and quality. I can ask you the question about quality, revenue optimization, and cost. I teach also cost control, team leadership and development. Yes, development. Because today, if you stay where you are obsolete. And that means you need to constantly improve, develop yourself. Conflict resolution, this is a big one. It's actually how to deal with people, for the people, and understand them in order not to win, but to be able to actually be both winner. Customer experience and design. Okay? How to understand your customer at a point that you know even before you think about what would be the next step. Cross-cultural communication, emotional intelligence best practice, event and project management, digital technology integration. I do it every day. Sustainability and ethic. Yes, sustainability. How many of you want to do sustainable study? Maybe you like sustainability because you think it's getting green. It's more than that. Entrepreneurship, innovation. Yes, dreaming about being able to get your own business. He is his own boss. Professional presentation. Do you have good presentation with you? Yes or no? Be honest. I'm bad. I'm bad at presentation. But yes, presentation. Guys, I don't know you, but do you look I'm scared? I guarantee you when I was your age, I had one day I had to actually face 240 students and to make a presentation on the 240 students. I was like this, panicking. Now today, because of what I'm doing, I'm able to present stuff in front of you and still believe, even I'm a little bit stressed, believe and make you feel that I'm confident. You will be built up confidence, and that's one of the key things. Confidence in this world is key for you to succeed. Okay, how is happen your learning? Most of education, and that's something you need to understand, there is academic study and there is vocational study. We are vocational, okay? What does it mean? Theory and lectures. In most of your regular study, what you will have is individual work. You are alone, you study alone, maybe you study together with your friend to review, and after that you have some lab or practice case or internship, but at the end for your final study, okay? But you have 3 years that you are just reading, sitting, and doing these kind of things. Us, it's a little bit different. We have academic practice. Academic practice is dependent here, 6 months or 1 year. And actually, we ask you to reflect on what did you learn within your practice. That means at the end of the day, when you get out within this type of study, you can find directly a job and be already usable. I'm not saying that you are going to be manager like this, because you need to prove yourself. However, the company who will hire you know that they can already count on you and they don't need to spend more time and money to train you because you're already trained and you know what you are doing. Okay? And that's what makes us different. Okay? Ownership or accountable. It means that we teach you how to be self-responsible. Yeah, it's a big word, but actually here, what does it mean? It means you need to be proud about what you achieve, but you also need to be proud about working with your team. If you succeed, it's maybe with the people. We put you in a situation that you will have group project, which means you're going to be with many other people, and it's not only you who succeed. If you succeed, it's because the group, the team, okay? And that means you need to learn how to reward also the team, not only you. But also, if there is a mistake, you need to learn how to accept that you made mistakes. I did make many mistakes in my life. But when I fail, I develop very strong resilience. Resilience is a word that says if I fall, I'm coming back stronger and stronger and better. And that makes you almost invincible. No. But innovation, thinking differently, and vision, you believe in what you do. That's very important. Now, what do we do? And that's where you can find, because you told me about hospitality is hotel, restaurant. No, we have a lot of our students who work for LVMH. You know LVMH? Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Chanel, Dior, okay? Carrying Hermes. Our AP is Audemars Piguet. Watch, okay? You said Four Seasons, okay? Luxury, Aman, Mandarin Oriental, and so on, okay? Oh, I'm sure you heard about McKinsey, BCG, Deloitte, KPMG, and some Accenture and all this kind of company. I'm sure you heard about those companies, okay? We have a lot of people from hospitality study. Why they work for them? Because they have developed a global understanding about the business, not just a focus. They understand how companies work because they already practice. Banking, yes, maybe the best. You know, when you have to manage key accounts with people who are going to make a deposit of several million on the bank account, you better know how to address yourself with them. It's not always about the numbers. It's about how to make, if I give you 10 million, 50 million, 100 million, you want to build up a relation of trust because you don't want to lose your 100 million just like this. That means I need to make you feeling thin. Trust me, I'm going to take good care of your money. Okay? Premium tech, yes. We also understand technology. When we said Google, Apple Store, we are able to understand what you need. Okay? Samsung also. Michelin, private aviation, okay? That means these kind of things. Luxury real estate, you heard about Christie's, Sotheby's, Knight Franks are some of the companies that you have. That's all some company that you heard about. Oh yes, one of the things, I work for kind of Olympics, okay, as an event manager. Wellness, okay. Switzerland is also famous for what we call medical tourism, okay. You come in Switzerland because we are very good doctors for that. Like here you have entrepreneurship, launching your things, and any other industry that you have. There is no job, even you don't like to be with people for the people, there is no job that you have or you will not interact with. Even you are behind a desk with a laptop or computer, you will have to type and you will have to address yourself with the person, the opposite side. That means, yes, you learn about how to address yourself with people, for the people. Okay? That's mean here. That's a very good thing. Practical experience. Traditional university, limited internship. We have 12 to 18 months integrated. That means what you learn, you will apply it. Emotional intelligence, rarely addressed. That means when you start, you don't know how to behave with people. Here, you do that every day. Cultural exposure, I think 100 nationalities, not bad, huh? That means you will be with many people. Leadership, you will learn the consequence of your action. That means within your practice, some of the time when you have a leadership and you show some skills, you will be directly supervisor. And I can tell you, you will have to manage a team directly during your internship. Case study is just theory. Here, you need to make real things happening. It's like a real lab. Yes, medicine, engineering is practice, but we are also practical. Okay? Now, 8 of 10 of the skills. We do develop analytical skills. We need to understand what we do. Creative thinking, we do that every day. Critical thinking, that's why AI can tell you. That's why you copy paste, just simply. I do analyze my answer and say, not correct, until that I get what I want. You do not copy, otherwise it's the machine who wins. You need to be critical and you need to question. When your friend is talking to you and say, I'm sorry, stupid things, you start to say, are you sure? You need to do the same thing with AI. Are you sure? Okay, until that you agree. Resilience, flexibility, motivation, self-awareness, curiosity, technology literacy. Yes, I do that every day. Dependability, attention, empathy, leadership, social influence, quality control. I use pretty much all of them. And that's top 10 skills for 2025 and further. That means you are going to be trained to develop those kind of things. Okay? Myth, hospitality is just about serving food and cleaning rooms. No, hospitality education covers finance, marketing, leadership. I'm a marketing, I'm a HR, I'm a designer, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a project manager, I'm a cook, I would say customer relation person. That means I have many hats, depending about what I have. Okay? And that means every day I use my human skills. Okay? Remember, people doesn't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. I hope I got your attention and you have a better... Thank you.
학교는 요리 학교하고 여기 있는 제가 졸업한 스위스 성탄 스쿨 SHMS라고 하죠. 여기가 있고 그리고 HIM은 비즈니스 스쿨이 있어요. 저희가 이제 SAF 어제 그 서울 포린 스쿨 갔다 왔는데 저기는 이제 그 HIM 같은 경우는 비즈니스 스쿨이라서 유럽 애들이 되게 많고 아시아 애들 좀 없어요. 그래서 나는 뭔가 조금 더 우리 HIM이 없는 환경에서 공부를 하고 싶다라면 매우 좋은 옵션 중에 하나고 저희 학교 코스는 전부 인턴십이 있어요. 그러니까 내가 캠퍼스에서만 공부를 하는 게 아니라 실제로 내가 학생일 때 말로 내가 뭐 인턴이나 이런 뭐 한국이 우리가 아는 열정페 이런 게 아니고 다 내가 유급 인턴십이에요. 그리고 스위스에서 인턴십을 할 수 있어요. 저희 한국을 우리나라 학교에 있는 모든 학생들이 스위스에서 적어도 2개의 오퍼를 받아요. 근데 물론 학생들이니까 아무래도 이제 막 엄청 뭐 좋은 오퍼를 받는 친구들도 있어요. 영어를 엄청 잘하고 뭐 프렌치도 좀 하고 독일어도 좀 하고 이런 친구들은 뭐 정말 완벽한 데서 받지만 사실 인턴십에서 와이나 스위스에 스테이하면서 내가 거기 문화를 경험을 하고 내가 이 스위스 소사이어티의 일원으로서 생활을 할 수 있는 기회를 여러분이 가질 수 있고요. 유급 인턴십이라고 했죠. 지금 이제 환율이 조금 원화 가치가 안 좋아서 근데 이제 반대로 유급 인턴십을 하게 되면 여러분들이 받을 수 있는 최저 시급이 500만 원이에요. 네. 그만큼 맞아요. 제가 학교 다닐 때는 한 3,400 정도였는데 네. 사실 이제 그래서 스위스는 내가 뭐 투자하고 알바만 해도 연봉 한 1억 찔릴 수 있어요. 네. 그만큼 커스트 오브 리빙도 높죠. 당연히 하우징도 비싸고 내가 뭔가 단순한 일을 반복적으로 하는 거에 대해서 실증이 많잖아요. 저도 젊었을 때 그랬고 근데 그런 성향에서 저희의 필드 확장기는 정확한 데미디 안서이 될 수 있어요. 정말 정확한 정답이 될 수 있고 학교에서도 아까 혼자 하는 거는 거의 없어요. 대부분이 혼자 하는 수업 몇 개는 있지만 어카운팅 이런 것도 조금 공부해야죠. 근데 다 팀 프로젝트 아이들과 팀을 이루어서 내가 정말 리더가 되는 예행 연습을 할 수 있다는 거. 질문 뭐 궁금한 거 있어요? 궁금한 거 뭐, 아무거나 괜찮아요. 네.
Tuition costs? Here's what tuition costs.
In the
The phase.
예. 그 학비는 지금으로 치면 한 4천에서 5천 정도. 1년에. 그러니까 우리 학교가 3년 또는 4년제인데, 근데 이제 그 외에는 이제 그게 튜이션이고, 아까 말한 거 이제 인슈런스, 어코모데이션, 밀까지 하면은 한 1년에 한 7, 8천 정도 되고. 네, 그러면 이제 토탈로 HRM 같은 경우는 이제 학기가 많은 애는 이게 평균적으로 생각하면 돼요. 그래서 물론 여러분들이 국제학교 다니니까 제가
Jason, because you talk about the life, is just a quick question. How many of you can drink water from the tap here? Tap. Drink the water from when you open the tap. Can you drink the water here in Korea? No problem? Everybody? Yes. Now, let me ask you a question. How many countries?
we can do it, but no one.
No one do?
Yeah, no one doesn't like it.
Actually, the water that you have in Switzerland is so good that you don't need to buy a bottle of water. You can drink it directly. It's good. The water here come directly from the mountain. Ah.
이제 거기가 에비앙이 수원지가 거기예요. 우리 여기 캠퍼스, CE의 캠퍼스, 에비앙이 바로 에비앙 마을이 있는데, 그래서 이제 우리가 약간 뭐 농담반 진담반으로 여기서 공부하면 에비앙으로 샤워하는 거예요. 준비해요. 거기 수원지에서 나온 호스피탈리티 있어요. 그래서 물도 없지, 물도 약간 에비앙이가 있어서 브리타 알죠? 브리타.
Yes.
브리타 많이 써요. 그냥 먹어도 좋더라고요.
Now, guys, just to please, just quick attention to show you about an experiment. Because I talk, he talk. Now I'm going to make you work with your brain something. We are going to play a little experience before to conclude. Is everybody? Imagine you go to a restaurant, okay? You want to buy something. And you see in the menu a price at 9, 12, doesn't matter what is the items, but you choose price on the price. The first price is 9 francs, or 9, I don't know, is $9. I'm sorry, I don't know your currency. Otherwise, it's a lot. Maybe I can make whatever, I don't know. But imagine it's dollar. $9, 12, 13, 14, 17, 53. Which one will you choose? From this, if you go, it's dollar. It's not, maybe we don't have the same notion. But which one will you pick up? 9, 12, 13, 14? 14?
AOL. 9 or 53.
A or F?
AOL.
You? No.
No.
It's dollar or Swiss franc.
It's almost same. The dollar and the currency.
Pretty much the same. Okay, but when you will be in Switzerland, here for the moment, those numbers doesn't talk to you because you have a different currency. But I can promise you, when you are in Switzerland, you will understand what does it mean. Okay, because of the money. Currency, Swiss currency. Yeah, because it is a lot of money. Some. Okay, now imagine what I want to show you about human psychology is what we teach you and what you study. If you go to a restaurant, are you going to a restaurant alone? No. Sometimes, but you just pick up, you go, you take fast food or this kind of things. But most of the time when you go to a restaurant or to buy something, you go with a person. If you take this one, what human psychology will tell you, you don't want to lose face, and you will not buy this one. Why? Because you don't want to look stingy, greedy, and so on. Which means you will pick up one of those two. Because here you said too cheap. I don't want to look greedy, stingy, but actually maybe this one is a good value for money, but me, I don't want to sell it because I know the first price. People always go for the second or the third price. That's one thing. Who say 14? You like it? I don't trust you. Why? How many of you like the number 4? That's culture. Exactly. You see? That's the meaning. And I tell you, I lose business because I make price at 14. When you say 13, for me in my cultures, 13 is bad numbers. But it's a good numbers with you. 3 is a good number. Okay? 17. Lucky 7. When I was in China, it was this. 88. Okay? That means I make price at 88. Okay? And more than that, I don't know if you know Chinese cultures, but Valentine's Day, they have something that Isan Isher. Okay? Bertie, Isan Isher. What does it mean? Yeah, forever I love you. Ooh. Okay? That means, yes, if you do something, the meaning behind numbers. And now what I have a number 53 is because this one is called an anchor. It means that everything else below this will look cheap. And you will consume more. And that's what we call pricing strategy or pricing psychology. And this one, why you will have it? Why you will have it? Because also there is, when you said before, 53, in this case, because it's not your money, but I can tell you if it's in my money, I will not go. But there's always people who said, I will buy the most expensive because I can afford it. And I look special, and the other cannot buy it. That's what we teach you. And that's actually make you different, because behind making something, numbers, price, whatever, it's help you by understanding people how you can trigger their behavior. And none, I tell you none, from what I know from my friend who studied business, learn something like this. That's make the difference. Because we understand people and what they want and what they need. Thank you.